here we are. We have made it back to Elite Finish, our favorite wrap shop down here in Southern California. We've gotten all of our cars PPF'd by these guys, that being the McLaren, even our blue GT500 track pack. They do a full free cut design. And I'm getting this car right behind me, the all-new 2022 C8R Corvette. I mean, it looks so unbelievable, right? This is the first ever limited edition Corvette, so limited just 1,000 total vehicles. This is number 8. Well, as you can tell, we got to get it PPF. Let's go catch up with Kevin and the guys here and go over what they think we should do for this car. Hey Kevin, how you doing, man?
That thing is bright.
Oh yeah?
That thing is bright.
First C8R you've seen in person?
Yeah, first C8R. What this is, I don't like yellow cars. I actually really like this.
It's a different kind of yellow, isn't it? I wasn't sure what to think about it.
Yeah, and then based on the color of what you ordered, it is metallic, right? Like it doesn't show it in the shade here, but it must be metallic.
You see any flakes with it?
They're there. They're really subtle.
It's kind of like a light yellow,
yeah,
but
I'm curious how it looks in the sun. But I bet you
it's kind of cloudy, huh, right now too. But it's bright in the sun.
Wow, this interior is awesome.
Yeah, open up, man.
Wow. Yeah, competition seats with all the suede and everything is pretty sweet. White Alcantara, so yeah, it's gonna be hard to keep clean, but if you keep up on it, it won't be so bad. It's just if you have, like, you know, if you're wearing blue jeans and stuff, it can tend to like do some dye transfer.
If you go all the way inside, right here in the middle, you can see the chassis number. So number 8. So C8, number 8, C8R edition.
I think that's probably not better than number 1 or 2, huh?
You think so?
I think 8 is better than 1 or 2, even though those are the first ones and it's cool.
Yeah.
I was hesitant because I was like, oh, it doesn't have any more power, but like, it does feel like a different car. Like the interior feels extremely nice.
Just feels more thoroughly built.
It feels more like kind of buttoned down and
But I did want to ask you, so what do you think we should do in the sense of getting this thing protected for the racetrack?
Well,
because
I know you tracked your last C8. I assume you're going to track this C8.
Yes, you assumed correctly.
Because I know you are Mr. Track Day. So yeah, I would say, I mean, at a minimum, we got to do some PPF on like the high risk impact areas. So I mean, on this car, we can do like a track pack. I actually have a C8 convertible in that we're doing something kind of similar to it, but doing like a whole front end where we'll do the fenders, the hood, we'll cover up the headlights and the front bumper, and all those grill pieces down there. We'll cover up the mirrors. We'll do a little windshield surround as well. So we'll protect that against any rock chips on the track. We'll do the rocker panels. So on the rocker panels of the C8, you'll notice that they come all the way here, and now some of them have the, like, you know, the carbon fiber extensions or whatever, but we'll do this whole piece through here. And we'll do everything under here, because if you look at from the front particularly, I mean, it flares out so much from that front tire. The front tire is going to sling up a bunch of stuff onto that rocker. The carbon matrix, like the little side intake blade, we'll do that as well, because that's got a leading edge there in the same area, so that doesn't get all chipped up. We'll probably end up doing the quarter panels because you do have the C8R edition.
Is this pretty hard to do in the sense, I know there's decals on this car.
Yeah, I mean,
PPF that.
We can just go over them.
So you can actually leave them on the car, because
I
wasn't sure.
So there will be a small bubble around it, but it will protect the decal. It will protect the panel in general, which will be nice. The rest of it, we'll polish, paint correct, and ceramic coat the rest of it to keep it easy to clean and keep it protected against the elements. Paint protection film is your rock chip and impact and abrasion resistance. Ceramic coating is going to be your elemental resistance, so things like UV and sun damage, things like chemicals, water spotting. It's also hydrophobic, so it's very easy to clean. It wants to shed stuff off a little easier. Things like sap, bird droppings don't want to stick to it as much. They're easier to remove and they have less chance of staining. And it also just adds a lot of luster and shine to the paint. Part of that's through the paint correction process. The coating itself does add some gloss to the car as well. Yeah, I'm excited for you. Congrats on the car.
Well, man, hey, here's the key. It's going to be in valet mode, so no launch control.
No launch control. What does the valet mode limit to on RPM, huh?
I don't know. Alrighty, guys. See ya.
All right, see ya.
flash forward, we have made it back to elite finish, and the C8 has been in their shop for a little while because there was so much we had to do with it, right? We just got the car. It's the first ever limited edition C8, that being the C8R edition. Let's walk inside. But in general, yeah, it's been a while, and I cannot wait to see how it looks being protected now. All ready to go for the California streets, but let's head inside and meet up with Wes and Kevin. Alrighty, guys, how you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you, brother.
Haven't seen you in a while. You moved across country,
Yes,
didn't
sir.
you?
Left my beautiful shop in amazing hands over here.
Hey, Kevin's been doing great, man. Great to see you again.
Good to see you. Congrats on the car.
Thank you. It really means a lot, and I'm very excited to see what you guys did with it. Yeah,
it looks great. It's all protected now. You can actually use it and not feel guilty about driving on the road.
Guilty. You know what California does to cars? Just driving on the freeway, man. Anything can happen. Just like that.
Yeah, especially with sticky tires and everything. It'll kick up a lot. So we've got it under your special C8R car cover.
Okay.
It was definitely designed with the low wing in mind. The front fits fine. The rear is under some stress, I would say. Under some stress.
You're kidding. It came with the car, though.
It came with the car.
It doesn't fit?
If it was a Z51 low wing, I would think it would fit perfect. But the high wing is a bit much. It's exactly the height of the wing, too short.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's see it, man. What are we doing right now? Okay, this is it. Oh my God! Initially, the wheels don't match up. These are the wrong sized wheels or something's going on. But that looks kind of really cool.
the front fits perfect. I mean, it fits great.
It's a really cool cover, though. I mean,
It is a cool cover.
you know, it's awesome. I love how it like matches all the racing
It definitely.
livery.
It looks actually more like crisp and detailed than I thought it was gonna look.
Yeah,
Right?
it's not low res. It's actually printed really
It's
well.
pretty high res, and is that like a reflection baked into it?
Yeah.
You can see like the dash and like the vents and everything.
So is that like trees are trying to have like an actual reflection on it?
that's
Oh
cool.
my gosh,
Yeah,
that is
it's
so
awesome.
funny. But then it's got the same exact livery as the car underneath, right?
Yeah,
so
basically.
if you get the gray, it'll be gray. If you get the yellow, it'll be yellow for the C8R.
Brandon, you want to help me take off this cover?
I have to say the color and the livery on this C8R is so beautiful. Like I don't know, man. I've just been admiring this car the whole time it's been here.
Oh my gosh. So the yellow is different than the car cover, isn't it? But man, dude, it looks so incredible in person right now. You guys did the full works on the front end, right? And I can see that right
the paint
away.
protection films on the full front end. You can obviously see that shine from STEK. And then, of course, the C-Cord skin, which is the paint protection film ceramic coating that we put on top. And then all the rest of the paint got paint corrected and applied C-Quartz on top of all the paint. And then also protecting through the rockers, this blade, and then the whole quarter and back through here, all this, because it's all high impact. When you take this to the track, rocks are hitting through all that, so all that's all protected for you.
Exactly, because if you look at it, like the whole design of the car itself, the body, since it kind of goes in and then goes back out, that's a full direct trajectory for rocks just pelting the side of the car, just hitting it, right?
Well, and one of the things too through here that's unique about the way we do this, so the kits that usually exist, so a lot of the paint protection film kits that are pre-plotted, they literally stop here
Really?
and come up like this. So this leading edge, which is like literally the most important part to protect, is exposed. So by custom installing it, as you know, everything we do is all custom, that whole leading edge is all completely protected.
So in general, because I know you guys work on a lot of C8 Corvettes protecting them, in general, would you say again, what would be the best, like #1 panels to protect? So obviously you said down below the side and the rockers, the front end. Anything else?
So essentially, what we have like a track package type protection. I mean, obviously for people who are going to drive a lot and really are concerned, the whole car is great to protect. But a track package, a true track package coverage, is the full front, this rocker, kind of extended rocker. So we have material coming all the way up through in here, this whole blade, this whole quarter panel, and then the back piece there, as well as your A-pillars and coming across there, and then of course the mirrors. So that's a true track package paint protection film.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You said you guys put on the actual windshield protection film, right?
STEK has DynoFlex, which is specific for a windshield to protect the windshield. It's a lot more rigid, so it's going to provide a little bit better protection against glass particularly. So it's designed for that. It also has 99% UV protection, so it's going to protect your skin and the interior, which is nice.
And then, so if anything happens, so you start seeing it get like beat up over time,
Peel it
just
off.
pull it off,
Yeah.
put a new one
Replace
on.
it.
Don't waste your time getting a new windshield.
Yeah, it's not as easy as like when you see Formula One drivers like just have their tear offs, but
I saw
it's
that
it's the equivalent of that on a windshield.
But it does, for a shop that works with this material, for us, it's actually quite an easy removal. So, and we have a really cool program here where there's no limit to it. Once we put the material on, all of our reapplications are always at a severe discount. So you're able to go and track often, and every time you get to a point where you've kind of beat up the material, we can just pull it off and replace it. Yeah. And it's a lot more affordable than replacing windows. We also did something for you that's different that you didn't. This is going to be a really fun comparison for you. On your red C8, you got to experience wheels without ceramic coating on them.
That's right.
Now you have a C8 with ceramic coating on your wheels.
It's glistening.
So you being able to clean your wheels much more easily now, you're going to see a huge difference.
Oh, one thing I want to bring up, which I've noticed on, I don't know why, it's this year, the 2022 model C8 Corvette, we've noticed when the cars come in, because we get a lot of them that are brand new, like either flatbedded to us from the dealership or whatever, we've noticed on the barrels, there's this kind of milky substance, it looks like, on a black wheel. It looks almost white or like light gray. We think it's something like in the road or a sealant or whatever. That's something to keep in mind if people are getting their new C8 Corvette. Keep an eye out in the barrels. There might be this kind of like milky looking substance that's kind of like sticky. We're able to remove that with a solvent, but we do have to pull the wheels, and it was kind of pain in the butt. And we did it on the red mist one, and like all the 22s, we've had that happen.
I love that, how they have Corvette
yeah.
here contrasted off in a separate color. That's just.
And I assume the C8R, did they get these specific center caps?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So it comes with that.
Cool.
The rockers
like
down
Jeff
below.
or whatever. What do they call it?
Racing Jake.
Raking Jake. Yeah.
No, not raking Jake. Racing Jake.
Racing Jake. And then, I don't know why I had Jeff in my head.
Yo, Jeffrey.
Do the stripes being in vinyl, does that present any challenges, you think? It looks really good.
So it does pose a challenge. So one of the things that we talked about was that there's sometimes the way we'll do stripes is you can either take the material and butt it right up to, so take the clear bra and butt it right up to the vinyl and leave the vinyl exposed. That's one option. But being the way these curve, that would be a little bit more challenging. Another way is you just go right over it, which is ultimately what we did. There's kind of a trick that we do sometimes where we lay the clear bra over everything, and then we take our blade and just score the PPF right at the edge, and then what happens is you're able to just kind of lay the PPF down. What our concern was, we could do it up here no problem, but right through here, there's so much tension on this bumper that if we were to trim that back right there, what we were concerned is it would just start pulling back. So we decided to just leave it across everything. Now, the car hasn't been in the sun yet, so you'll see there's a little bit of an air gap that's running along here. That will tone down with just as it's drying out. There's still obviously moisture under your material, and so as this is drying out, we can put a little bit of pressure on the edge, and it will bring that gap down. There'll always be a little bit of a gap, but this is a good color. If you had a black C8 with a livery on it, you're gonna see that air gap more because you have a dark finish with a light air gap. With the yellow, you're not really gonna see it.
So the good news is that the stripes are protected.
Yes.
There's no badge on the front, is there? That looks really good, actually.
I really like it, especially on these cars with the livery on it with the stripes and everything. I like it. I'm personally a fan of like no badges on any car. I had a Porsche Cayman that I took every badge off of. So I'm a little biased with no badges, but I think Wes is more on the side of badges on a car.
I'm in the middle. There's things like on a Tesla, I often like to take the front T off but leave the back T on. On this car, I think that with the livery, I think the livery breaks up the lines to where, to me, it looks cleaner with no front emblem. However, without the livery, I think then you have too much open space, and so I think then the badge helps to break it up a little bit. Totally a personal preference thing.
I gotcha.
It's literally double-sided tape, so it could pop right on if you wanted to, but it's nice to have the option.
That is really cool. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of the C8R edition with no front badge on it? I mean, it looks different. It looks kind of exotic to me right away.
Yeah, what we can do too is we can take the emblem and set it down. Maybe we can even get people's opinion.
Yeah, we should do it real quick, actually. It'd be cool.
All right. Yeah, so this is it. So essentially, this is about the location right here that the badge would go. So we can kind of get people's opinion there on what they like better, let you know. The whole bumper here is all custom cut. The exception that we make on this particular car where we do actually use our plotter and have it pre-cut is through this black area through here. And the reason for that is there's so many different little cuts, and especially look at like the Corvette lettering right here. Hand cutting around each letter is never gonna be as clean for that level of intricacy and detail as the pre-plotted kit. And then when you're talking about running around all these different edges and stuff like that, the kits are actually pretty good about being very close to the edge. So the trade-offs for custom versus plotter cut, in this particular case, plotter cut makes more sense here, better value for you, better clean install for you as a customer. For here, us doing this all custom makes a lot more sense. We're able to do a much better job on these big panels doing it custom.
One rock chip right here in the front end, and the most visible part of the car gets completely toast. So I would highly recommend at least get the front end protected at a minimum.
Absolutely.
But it's crazy because there is flakes in this paint shop. I never initially knew that.
It's pretty cool. Well, especially once paint's all polished out, where you have the clear bras, ceramic coatings, things like that, you see that stuff shine through so much better.
Oh my gosh. And then so we have the headlights protected, which those are, I can't imagine how expensive those are.
They're definitely not cheap.
I'm gonna gander.
Okay, gander.
$2,500 a piece.
Yeah.
I haven't looked, but like I'll bet they're that much.
It's probably about
They're
that.
LEDs and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
headlights are expensive.
a lot of the luxury cars out there are anywhere from like $2,200 to $3,200 just for one headlight.
We had a guy with like a GLS that he said his headlight was like $4,000.
Yeah.
Good luck getting one right now with everything going on.
That's too. Good luck getting one.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Just one last question. It's that this interior, you know, given the light nature of it, the colors of it, what is it going to be like keeping this clean, and can you protect it, or like are there any tips that you would recommend for just maintaining it?
Yeah, so I mean, biggest thing in maintaining it is stay on top of it. Ounce of prevention, kind of pound of cure. So if you're keeping up with the maintenance, that's going to be a lot better. We have a variety of like interior cleaners meant for fabric and leather. That's going to be one of the things, as well as you can also do a ceramic coating on the interior as well. A lot of the Alcantara we don't want to do a coating on because it can get a little like kind of sticky and gummy. So the biggest thing is just keeping up on it. All the light leather is going to be much easier because we can coat it versus having on the Alcantara. You want to just make sure you're always staying on top of it with blue jean transfer and stuff as well.
The one thing I do want to add about the ceramic coatings is, you know, there's a lot of different brands of ceramic coatings on the market. Make sure that if you're talking to your detailer or if you're buying a product that you want to do yourself, that you are asking the question, is this safe on light leather? There are some ceramic coatings that can actually cause a discoloring or a yellowing effect. So just make sure that you're asking that question, doing your research before applying a product like that because of how light that is.
Yeah. So Austin, I know you know how to get into these cars because you do it a lot. But a question I get a lot of the times from C8 customers when they come in is, how do I best get in and out? Because everyone's worried about the door sill, everyone's worried about the bolster, especially on competition seats, it's a high bolster. So my trick is to have one leg go in as far as it can and kind of have your ankle sideways. And then from there, I'm gonna plant my hand down on the plastic part of the door sill, and then I kind of float over that bolster so you don't crush it on the way in. And then from there, let's get a cold start.
Oh yeah, man, go ahead and let's do it. Let's hear it. Woo! Alrighty, it actually sounds really mean, doesn't it, for just being that Stingray, right?
Yeah.
Z06, man. 10 days or so. It's coming. I cannot wait to hear that car. But, dude, it looks great, honestly. Hey, thank you so much for all you guys' help. It looks amazing. In general, though, what do you think of the C8R? Do you like it?
I love it, honestly. Like, you know, I thought the C8s were pretty cool to begin with, but seeing this thing with, I think the livery and the color and all, it's excellent.
It just changes it up, doesn't it?
Thank you for always trusting in my team, man.
Dude, you guys do a phenomenal job, and I cannot wait to get the Z06 protected as well. And I'll be at the reveal, guys, so stay tuned for that. And yep, we're gonna be getting protected just like the standard C8R because it's gonna be so special, and I just can't wait.
That'll be fun.
So Kevin thinks he can steal the C8R by just me doing a push button start and then turning it off and walking away, because the car says 1 restart allowed without a key, which I never knew that before. But I don't know, Kevin. I think you're wrong.
It's running now.
Okay.
And then, so I started it with the key. It's running now without the key in it, and I'm going to turn it off. It says key missing, 1 restart allowed. So you've got the key on you. And I don't have a key on me.
Oh no.
Vehicle will shut down after 1 minute. So I've got a minute to take this car. It's been a little bit. You ready to start it?
Go ahead.
You know, I don't have a key on me.
Okay, so there you have it. Someone can officially steal your car without a car key. And what are you gonna drive? And it's got no car key. Get a little burnout. He doesn't care.
It says key missing, check for key. Key missing, check for key.
But you can drive the car.
But I can drive the car. I can go back and drive if I want, yeah.
Oh,
key missing, check for key. I'm gonna turn it off. If you like left your key inside, you could, and you're like, oh no, I'm locked out or whatever, you can still get to your destination. If you leave your key at home for some reason and you get an hour away and then you turn it off and it says key missing, you'll just restart your car and then go back home and get your key.
We ran into actually a lot at the airport where this runs in handy is people get on their airplanes after they valet their car with us. Sometimes they'll have the key on them, and sometimes it'll brick the car on the ramp and we need to have it towed off the ramp.
Oh,
in
no.
this case, Chevy allows you to move it
one time for 1 minute. For 1 minute. So if you're looking to steal a C8, you only have 1 minute to do so. It's got to be a planned heist.
It's a very informative video. I'm not sure if it's for the good, but it's very informative.
Hey, it's for owners to know not to do this. But also.
But for the guys who don't own these cars, now they know.
Now they know.
Now they know.
It's a double-edged sword.
Alrighty, Kevin. Great seeing you.
Good to see you.
Great catching with you too, man. And
yeah.
I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully next time with the Z06, which should be
oh my gosh.
perfect, right?
Oh.
Alrighty, dude.
Greatest Chevy gods. Come on.
Can't wait.